Hey, and welcome to the Meditations and Musings podcast. I'm Elena Lipson. I'm a mama, I'm a wife, and I'm the founder of the Divine Self-Care Circle membership and the Virtual Retreat Academy. I don't believe that you have to sacrifice your body, your health, or your family in order to create true abundance and prosperity. I believe in living based on the divine feminine metrics of success, and these include pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. Each week, I'll bring you 1 to 2 new episodes. One of these will be a guided meditation that you don't have to do on the meditation pillow, and the other will be a conversation to help you access your inner wisdom, to ignite abundance, and inspire others to do the same. I invite you to join me on this journey back to the magic of a divinely aligned and well cared for you. And now, join me for today's episode. Hello and welcome to today's Meditations and Musings podcast. Today we're going to dive right in. It's a very special meditation. I'm recording this on November 11th, 11 a.m. is a portal. Let's call it a beautiful moment to release the old and step into the new. There are many reasons, scientific reasons, astrological reasons, that it's a great time to really clear out that which no longer serves you. And I'm infusing all of the energy of my morning meditation, my intention setting, the clearing work that I did, the packing and unpacking, the visioning that I did, and infusing it all into this very powerful meditation for you. So meditations are really incredible to do anytime, really, morning, afternoon, evening, but especially when you want to shift your energy. And when I asked you and other listeners what you wanted to meditate on the most and what you wanted to be guided into the most, the number one answer was clearing financial blocks. So we're going to go ahead and do a version of that today, which looks like stepping through a doorway. Now, I want you to find a comfortable place. Doesn't matter whether you're sitting, whether you're lying flat, or getting comfy on a couch, or even if you're doing something and listening to my voice. You'll still get the benefits of imagining the visualization, and then you can always come back to it and listen again when you're in a place to have some quiet. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and start taking some nice, long, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just find your own pace, find your own rhythm. In through your nose. I find that sometimes those first few breaths are a little bit like getting rid of those cobwebs, about inviting your body to settle into the moment. If you are in a place where you can close your eyes and start to go inward, go ahead and do that if you haven't closed your eyes already. Continue breathing. Once you start sensing relaxation happening, you can go ahead and start altering your breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just noticing your body falling into a more relaxed state of being. Trusting that for the next little while, you and I are together on this journey. That you are safe, you are present in your body, and you are giving yourself permission to be fully present in the moment, and that you're about to go on a journey so that you can let go of, release, and be rid of any old baggage you've been carrying around the idea of wealth, accumulating wealth, money, being organized with money, the ability to manage money, selling, making. There's so many stories around money. So if you tensed up as I was talking about money, allow yourself to continue tapping back into your breath. Go ahead and start a full body relaxation as you focus on the mantra, affirmation, I relax in order to receive. Let's start at the top of your scalp, allowing yourself to soften the skin of your face, the skin of your head, ears. I relax in order to receive. Continuing relaxing and noticing any tension held in your eyes, your jaw, your neck, allowing your shoulders to melt. As you continue focusing on the mantra, I relax in order to receive. Bring your attention and awareness to your arms and your hands and your fingers, allowing them to melt and get a little heavier, whether they're resting by your side, on your lap, just allowing them to become warm, heavy, releasing any tension. I relax in order to receive. Bringing attention and awareness to your chest, your upper back, allowing the tension to just melt away with every breath. Bringing attention to your solar plexus, your mid-back, your side body. I relax in order to receive. Bringing your attention and awareness to your belly and your lower back. Just relaxing with each breath. I relax in order to receive. Now allowing your attention and awareness to bring a sense of relaxation to your pelvis, to your hips, even your sphincter muscle. Sometimes we hold so tightly in our body that we don't even realize parts of our body, of ourselves, that are holding tension. Just release. I relax in order to receive. Continuing to breathe, bringing your attention and awareness to your legs, your thighs, your calves, shins, all the way down to your feet and your toes, just allowing them to melt weighty and heavy into your seat, floor, or bed. I relax in order to receive. Doing one final scan. See if there's any tension that has creeped back in, perhaps behind your eyes, your shoulders, or your chest. Just take a nice deep breath. And release. I relax in order to receive. And now in your mind's eye, bring yourself to a path in nature. Perhaps it's somewhere near your home. Perhaps it's a place you've never been before. And all around the path, you realize you've never noticed that on all sides, there are wildflowers in purple, yellow, red, all shades of pink, as far as the eye can see in either direction. And there's a path in front of you right through the flowers. And you begin taking this path as you take a deep inhale and smell the beautiful, fragrant flowers. Your entire body is saturated with the smell of these flowers. And as you continue looking around, you can sense the warm sunshine on your skin and the blue sky as far as the eye can see in all directions. And you continue on this path, noticing that in the distance there's something that you're coming close to, something that actually looks like a gate. And as you walk up to the gate, you start wondering if it's something that you can actually open yourself, or that this is the end of your path. And in that instant, in that moment, you realize that this gate is of your own creation. And you begin to notice that on the other side of this gate is all of the things, including people, situations, that you've always been dreaming of. Perhaps it's the perfect business that you are made for, that you were born to be running. Perhaps it's the car or home or symbols and representations of places that you've intended to travel with your family and friends. And as you look at the other side of this gate, you realize that there's something keeping you from opening the gate and stepping through to the other side. And you realize that it's your own fears, your own doubts, your own feelings of less than in comparison, that perhaps those things will always be just outside your reach, just on the other side of the gate. And as you realize that, you notice that you're actually wearing a backpack. And this backpack is all of a sudden really heavy. And you wonder how you didn't even notice that you were wearing something on your back up until this very moment. And so you decide to take off this backpack and look inside. And in this backpack, you find a series of symbols representing your doubts, your fears. Perhaps it's a series of heavy rocks, or maybe it's words written on pages that make you feel heavy in your body every time you read them or look at them. Start being curious and notice what is in this backpack. What is weighing you down and keeping you from stepping beyond this gate that you've created for yourself? That's keeping you looking in the distance instead of opening the gate and walking right through to the other side. Examine what you find in that backpack. Is it a fear of commitment to creating the life of your dreams, or what you'll have to sacrifice in order to create that which you want? Do you feel like you won't have the support that you need? Or perhaps you doubt that you have the knowledge, the tools, and the skills. And you realize that the more you think about it and look at all of these things that you've been carrying, you have this epiphany in this moment that you're the one who put those things in there. And that if you really, really think about it, you've been carrying this doubt, this comparison, this fear, this shame of not being where you want to be for way too long. And at this very moment, you look over to your left and you notice that there's a beautiful circle of stones with a fire burning inside. And you see it. You see the sign. And this is the fire of release and transformation. And instinctively, you know that it's time to take everything in the backpack, heck, the entire backpack of fears, of self-doubts, of comparison, of things you've been told about yourself that are simply not true, things that you're not capable of doing or capable of doing. Other people's doubts are even in your bag, making it heavier all the more. And you have a choice right in this moment. Will you continue carrying these doubts, these fears, these limitations that you yourself stuffed this backpack full of? Or are you ready to burn all of it in the fire of transformation? It is your choice. And you feel that even though you're scared, even though you're not sure what the future would look like, you're not even sure that you're going to be able to walk that path to get you to where you want to go. Maybe there's other barriers, maybe there's other pitfalls that you haven't seen yet. But you decide right here and now that you're ready to release. So to yourself, you say, I am ready to release my perceived doubts, to release my self-imposed burdens of fear, and begin the journey back to my whole self. You walk over to the fire and you take the entire backpack and you throw it into the fire and watch the burning of all of your old perceived limitations, your doubts, other people's doubts that they gave you a long time ago that you've been carrying all this time. And as you see the flames and smoke rise up, you can feel this sense of release in your body, knowing that they might even come back someday. You might have to check your pockets again to see if any old fears or doubts can come up, and that's totally normal and natural. But you feel more capable, more worthy, more confident now that you've acknowledged and released these doubts. And one final step is to offer gratitude to this backpack full of fears and doubts and perceived limitations. They've allowed you to learn how to move forward even though you're carrying burdens. They've allowed you to feel the contrast, to show you where you no longer want to walk. So offer your gratitude, because every step of the journey takes you to where you're meant to be. As you walk back to the gate, instinctively you understand that it's your time to open this gate. And you reach into your pocket and you realize that you've had the key to this gate all along. And the irony is, even if you wanted to keep carrying your doubts, your fears, your limitations, you could have done so, but that you've chosen to release those old burdens, knowing that the future may add some more to a new backpack, and that's okay. Because now you trust that you have had the key to step into this new way of being, the acknowledging of fear, doubt, not knowing, and walking forward anyway. So you take the key and you open the lock to this gate, and it opens up right for you. And as you look ahead, you know in every cell of your body, in every part of your heart, that you are ready, that you have released old perceived limitations, fears, and doubts. And the crazy thing is, You don't even have to know exactly what they were, just to understand that you were carrying them and that you've now released them. And you've created an energetic shift in your body on this very special energetic day. And you are now ready to begin taking those steps forward into the life that you have created and will continue to co-create from this moment on. You are ready to receive intuitive guidance. You're ready to feel the gratitude for this life that you've been walking towards and have finally stepped into and have arrived in. And so take some time right now and look around. What is in this vision of yours that you've stepped into? Who are you spending time with? How are you spending your day on this side of the gate? Is there a sense of freedom in your schedule, freedom in your work? What creative pursuits are you following? Who are you working with? How supported are you feeling? Take some time to really feel stepping into this vision, the co-creation that you've been working towards. Allow yourself to really feel who you're being on this side of the gate. I want you to choose one element of your vision, of your dream. Perhaps it's a financial number. Perhaps it's the exact next step that you're going to be taking upon returning from this visioning. What is the one gift that you're taking back with you to put into action right away? Perhaps it's an inspiration or an intuitive knowing of what your next step is, your next offering, your next project, your next contact, that email that you need to send. What is that one next thing that you're being guided to do? Acknowledge this intuitive gift and take a nice deep breath. I relax in order to receive. Take a moment to feel the feelings in your body of having released these old perceptions, limitations, fears, doubts, and acknowledge the guidance you received for the very next step that you're ready to take in order to step through this gate of perceived limitations. Take some time for the next few minutes after this meditation is complete, and take some time to write in your journal or on a page the inspiration, intuition, and the guidance you received. These inner knowings are not to be taken for granted. This is where you start to receive some of that otherworldly, angelic, intuitive support. Those little nudges that, when put into action, begin to trigger a series of events that lead you to the next step, and the next step, and the next step. So I invite you to reflect on any doubts or perceived limitations that you wanted to acknowledge and offer gratitude to, and then write out that vision that you saw and any next steps. And most importantly, take that next step. I hope you enjoyed this meditation, this guided visualization, and the mantra, I relax in order to receive. And know that you can come back to this meditation and visualization as many times as you want to in order to continually release those fears and step into the next step of your vision. Because as human beings, we're always going to have new fears and new reasons not to take action, and also new inspiration. So the more that you can develop a process to come back and release and step into and release and step into, the faster that cycle of self-doubt will pass through your being and allow you to take that next inspired action. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed this meditation and guided visualization. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the Divine Self-Care Meditations and Musings podcast. This is Elena Lipson, your self-care coach and mentor, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Thank you so much for listening and learning about the new Divine Self-Care way of being in your life, business, and the bedroom based on the divine feminine metrics of success: pleasure, play, ease, grace, and a slower pace. If you're ready to bust the myth of overwhelm and tap into an inspired start to each day, I've put together a free video series for you to help you start each day with energy, inspiration, and ignite that inner pilot light which attracts joy, magic, and synchronicity. You can access my 3-step magic morning practice to help you ignite your inner light and attract the abundance that you're craving. Head on over to elenalipson.com/gift. And if you enjoyed this episode, I would so love if you share it with a friend, a sister, a mother, a daughter, and please leave a review. That is how the magic starts to ripple out. Here's wishing you a day full of beauty, magic, and divine self-care. I'll see you next time at the Meditations and Musings podcast.